Chairman, Texas Congressman Roger Williams, also owner of car dealerships. Congressman, great to see you. Backing into the math that Peter Navarro was crowing about, that just the auto tariffs will raise $100 billion per year. That means that every dollar of not just auto imports, but auto part imports will be tariffed, taxed at 25% to get to that $100 billion number. And since we're a nation where there is not a single automobile or pickup truck that is fully, including the parts, engine, the transmission, made in the United States, the most is less than 90%. That means it will hit every vehicle manufactured in the United States in some way.
Well, that's correct, and I can tell you my industry's, as you indicated, I own several car dealerships, and my industry's pretty flexible. I mean, we're going to work under conditions we find them, and I would tell you this, depending on what the tariff is to each vehicle, I haven't seen that yet. I don't think we know it yet, but it's often in my industry, if you have something you haven't sold for a while, you discount it, and you discount to get it off the shelf, get it off the lot, so you can buy something that you can make money on. And that's what's going to happen. I mean, if these vehicles begin to sit, dealers are going to discount, dealers are going to sell. The price of the used car values is probably going to go up, Dagan, and you couple that with a tax cut. I told somebody the other day it might be you can buy a car cheaper with tariffs but before tariffs. But we're going to adjust, and I think we need to get the trade imbalance fixed. We need to be the producer of, not the buyer of. And I think that it'll settle in, and we will have a great year. I'm looking for a great year in the car industry. Okay. There's a lot of demand for automobiles.
Okay, Congressman, some people have said that very short term, some dealerships might benefit because if this disrupts trade, the metal that's been sitting on your lot that you haven't been able to sell suddenly becomes more rare and you may be able to sell it at a higher price. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you actually saying higher prices depressing consumer appetite are good for your industry?
Well, what's good for our industry is to be able to order something from the factory and sell it. I mean, that's what the car industry is. But look, if a car has sat on a dealer's lot, he's going to discount it to sell it. That's what we do. Now, also, the price of used cars is going to go up. That's going to be an advantage to everybody. But it also could be that the price of the existing cars on the lot become more valuable, and consumers would also have an opportunity to buy them, and dealers would have an opportunity for more margin on the sale.
Before we move on, Congressman, that these auto tariffs are being imposed under Section 232 as basically as on national security, but potentially sending one, if not more than one, of the American automakers into bankruptcy. That threatens our national security, does it not? Because that's what's being talked about privately.
Well, we don't want anybody to go bankrupt, but we also know if the auto manufacturers will decide to build more plants, build more product here in the United States, it's going to create more employees, more opportunities, more consumers to buy things. And I think that's where the president's heading. And I think the auto manufacturers, the big three, whoever you want to talk about, understand that the best place to be is here with the tax situation and so forth. And I think you're going to see a lot of commitments for people, auto manufacturers, to improve their facilities. 100% expensing, we're going to get that approved. There's a lot in the works good for the industry and good for Main Street. And I think we'll see that as this thing begins to ramp out. And it'll ramp out slowly, but people will see that there's opportunity in flourishing in your industry.
Congressman, I think we thought you were going to say, don't worry, none of these big companies are going bankrupt. But anyway, we got to leave that one aside for the moment. This is another story now about some fear-mongering from your political left. Democrats now trying to paint your push for election security as voter suppression of married women.
The so-called SAVE Act is nothing more than voter suppression disguised as security.
This is an all-out attack on our ability to vote.
If you, like me, changed your name because you like your boo, and you are one of the 70 million women whose birth certificate still shows their maiden name, you could be turned away from the polls.
You take that, James, because I'm angry, because that's, idiocy makes me enraged. Go ahead.
Well, I just give you the opportunity here, Congressman. I'm guessing it's not maybe exactly as it's been presented, because I'm guessing that maybe your intention here is not to prevent half the country from voting.
Well, absolutely not. I mean, I was former Secretary of State of Texas, and I did all the voting in Texas, and I've heard these stories so many times from the left. The fact of the matter is, you're free to vote in America if you're a citizen, and you got to prove that. I mean, that's what we passed. Actually, this bill passed last session, and we're going to vote on again Thursday. So they say this and it means absolutely nothing. We want everybody to vote if you're legal to vote, if you're a citizen of America. That's one of the great things about being an American. You can vote for a candidate of your choice.
Yeah, with a passport.
With a passport,
yeah.
with a driver's license, with a birth certificate, bring it on.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought that they're trying to make sure that they're more awfuls, to borrow a word, angry, wacko, female, unmarried liberals. They love that group. That seems to make up the majority of the party, the Democrats, that is. Congressman Roger Williams, I hope you got my joke.
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.